Hello, fellow Wolverines. Welcome back to WOLV TV SportsCenter. My name is Connor Woolley.
And I'm Alex Marshall.
Today, we're going to cover hockey split series against Michigan State, men's basketball's two close wins over Oregon and Indiana, women's basketball's strong showings against Nebraska and Michigan State, men's gymnastics upset over Illinois, and women's tennis streak of ranked opponents.
In a thrilling matchup on Friday night, the 13th ranked Michigan Wolverine secured a 2-1 victory over the number 2 Michigan State Spartans at Monnice Arena in East Lansing. 9 minutes into the opening frame, Michigan State opened scoring with a one-timer goal off a power play. Just a few minutes later, a successful coach's challenge led to a high-hit penalty for Michigan State and a 5-on-3 opportunity for Michigan. On this power play, Ethan Edwards was able to find TJ Hughes for a one-timer goal that evened the game once again. Michigan State applied heavy pressure in the second period, putting up 20 shots, but freshman goalie Cameron Corpy was able to save them all in his first career game against MSU. This led to a 1-1 tie heading into the third period. With time dwindling down in the period, Luca Fantilli was able to secure a massive block shot that led to a push for Michigan on offense. Michael Hage was able to find Ethan Edwards for a shot with less than a minute to go, and Garrett Shifsky was able to give Michigan the game-winning goal off a perfect redirection. Corpy ended the game with 37 saves on 38 shots in a massive upset for the Wolverines.
On Saturday night, Michigan played the back half of their series against Michigan State at Little Caesars Arena for the annual Duel in the D. Michigan State opened scoring just a few minutes into the first period with a rebound on a power play, leading to the only goal of the first period for either team. About halfway through the second period, a massive hit from Garrett Shifsky extended a Wolverines possession, leading to a goal to tie the game up from Tyler Duke. TJ Hughes recorded the assist, leading to him recording his 13th straight game with a point. Shortly after, Michigan was buried by a strong showing from the Michigan State offense, giving up 2 goals in the second period and 3 more in the third for a final score of 6-1. This gave Michigan State only their 3rd win in the Duel in the D since the Iron D Trophy was introduced in 2016, and just their 13th Duel in the D win in the 37 games played. Michigan continues to lead the series all time, despite the rough showing this weekend. The Wolverines will return to Yost for a 2-game series against the Minnesota Golden Gophers this weekend.
Michigan battled through an early deficit before finding its rhythm against number 20 Oregon, sparked by Will Shedder's energy off the bench and an 11-0 run that turned turnovers into 3-pointers, giving the Wolverines a 41-36 halftime lead. Danny Wolf's and-one play and 4 straight field goals helped Michigan extend its advantage to 12 early in the second half. But Oregon's defensive pressure forced turnovers and fueled an 8-0 run to cut the lead to 4. Both teams struggled to score down the stretch until a Goldine layup and clutch free throws from Wolf and Burnett secured a 78-74 victory. With 5 double-digit scores and 25 points off turnovers, Michigan's balanced attack proved too much for the Ducks to handle in a hard-fought win.
The Wolverines then went on and secured a hard-fought road victory against Indiana, overcoming an 18-point second-half comeback to win 70-67 in Dusty May's homecoming. The Wolverines built a commanding first-half lead behind Trey Donaldson's hot start and a dominant 16-1 run, entering halftime up 16 after shooting 52% from the field. Indiana stormed back in the second half, capitalizing on Michigan's turnovers and fouls to go on an 8-0 run and tie the game at 59 each with 4 minutes left. A golden dunk and a crucial and-one play from Danny Wolf gave the Wolverines a 5-point cushion in the final minute before 4 made free throws secured the win. With Wolf's 20 points leading the way, Michigan held off the Hoosiers to notch another Big Ten road win. Up next, the Wolverines return home to face Purdue on Tuesday, February 11th, with tip-off set for 7 p.m.
Flying on down to Lincoln, our Wolverines dominated Nebraska with an 18-0 run spanning the first and second quarters, securing a 78-60 road win without letting the lead drop below double digits. Greta Kempschrader led the Wolverines with 16 points on 5 3-pointers, while Jordan Hobbs notched a double-double with 14 points and 10 rebounds, and Silas Swords, the Canadian LeBron, contributed 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. After taking a 42-21 halftime lead by forcing 14 Nebraska turnovers, Michigan weathered a brief third-quarter surge before Kempschrader's clutch shooting and Delfess's timely 3-point play helped maintain control. Back-to-back triples from Kempschrader in the fourth sealed the win as Michigan outscored Nebraska 20-18 in the final frame to cruise to victory.
The team then traveled to East Lansing for their revenge tour, securing their second-ranked win of the season, where they defeated number 20 Michigan State 71-61 on the road. Silas Swords led the Wolverines with 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, while Olivia Olson and Mila Holloway combined for 24 points and 11 rebounds. After trailing 18-13 after the first quarter, Michigan responded with a dominant 15-3 run in the second to take a 32-28 halftime lead, which they never relinquished. Key three-pointers from Swords and Greta Kempschrader, along with clutch free throw shooting down the stretch, secured the win and tied head coach Kim Barnes-Orico with John Beilein as the winningest coach in Michigan basketball history, men's or women's, with 278 victories. Congratulations, and go blue.
The number 7 Michigan men's gymnastics team delivered a commanding upset performance against number 2 Illinois, securing a 322.1 to 315.45 victory in their second meeting of the season. The Wolverines led from start to finish, sweeping the podium in 3 events and claiming 5 individual titles. Fred Richards shined with event wins on floor exercise and high bar, while Ritvik Puri, Charlie Larson, and Logan McCown each added a title of their own. Michigan extended its lead throughout the meet, with standout performances from Jake Islam on floor and vault, Aronson Mansberger on pommel horse, and Paul Judah on multiple events. With this statement win, the Wolverines now turn their attention to a highly anticipated matchup against top-ranked Oklahoma and number 15 Simpson on Saturday, February 15th.
The number 7 ranked Michigan women's tennis team faced a grueling stretch of 5 consecutive ranked matchups, emerging victorious in 4 of them. The Wolverines kicked off their streak with a 4-2 comeback win over number 5 Virginia, overcoming an early doubles deficit with dominant singles performances, including a flawless 6-0, 6-0 victory from Julia Fliegner. They followed with a commanding 7-0 sweep of number 21 Florida, dropping just 1 set en route to a shutout. At the ITA National Team Indoor Championship, Michigan continued its dominance with a 4-0 sweep over number 16 LSU, sealing the win behind straight set triumphs from Reese Miller, Lily Jones, and Jessica Bernales. In the quarterfinals, the Wolverines battled number 12 Oklahoma in a back-and-forth contest, but ultimately fell 4-3 in a heartbreaking final set tiebreaker. Despite the loss, Michigan's resilience against top competition highlights its strength as a national contender.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I did not, and I see this is like record year for viewers, so I'm kind of, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like 132 million average viewers, so to be like one of 5 people I think that didn't watch it kind of feels weird.
As the second of 5 people that did not watch it, because I strongly dislike both teams. I'm actually kind of surprised to hear that. I feel like the halftime show probably brought in a lot of the viewership.
Definitely. The Kendrick Drake beef was definitely something people were looking forward to. If he was going to perform Not Like Us, what he was going to say, what they weren't going to let him say. Drake definitely lost the halftime, so not only did the Chiefs lose, I think safe to say Drake also lost Sunday night.
Kendrick was always going to perform it, and he was never going to care what he was allowed to do or not.
Nope.
And you know what? I respect that I'm clearly not enough of a hater. My hating on people could go further.
It could.
Because this man has been brutalized over the past few months. I mean, oh my God. But I wanted the arena to burn, everyone to be safe, no fatalities, of course, I'm not cruel. but I wanted the game to not be played, and I wanted the stadium to explode.
I would have been fine with a no contest. Honestly, Eagles coming out victorious, I'm okay with that. I was not expecting it to happen like that. Definitely thought it was going to be a closer game. I think Cooper DeJean getting a pick six, one of the funniest things. I was not expecting that, but I think that definitely spiced it up a little bit. And now seeing how Philly looks 2 days after winning a Super Bowl, I think this is probably the funniest outcome we could have seen.
Not like Philly would look any different had they lost, but
Probably
at
not.
least they have something, to be happy about in that city.
But I think Philly winning definitely puts an interesting twist on the GOAT debate for quarterback. I think a lot of people are now starting to stray away from saying Patrick Mahomes is already the best quarterback. He's still got plenty of time. I think now we're gonna stop the Chiefs dynasty. I think a lot of people are gonna see it ending here. We're gonna compare them to the Patriots and see who came out better in their stretches. And I think it's early. They could definitely come back and win it again next year. They've done it a couple times. But I think we could see this as kind of a shift in the NFL. We're going to see more powerhouses coming out. And I think we're going to see more parity in the future.
I don't think there's any way that anyone will ever live up to what Brady did.
Nope.
Eagles winning, it is what it is, but Trevor Keegan, Brandon Graham, both former Michigan alum.
Love to see it.
Winning a Super Bowl. Trevor Keegan was on the 23 team that won the Natty. Brandon Graham, it's his last game.
Yep.
So at least he gets to go out on a good note. So good for the two of them.
Love to see them succeeding in the pros and close to hometown. I'm thinking next year. I think it's the Lions' year. I definitely thought it was this year, but it's got to be next year for the Lions.
Go Browns.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching another episode of WOLV TV SportsCenter. My name's Alex Marshall.
And I'm Connor Woolley.
Who's got it better than us?
Nobody.